Hello all, and welcome to part 4 of my Let's Play of Darkseed 2.
Horrible.
As you can
This
see
must
from
be
our
what happens to
location,
Dark
we are in the
Worlders when they
Dark
die.
World, and things are about to get crazy. And no, I don't have any proof for that.
Another maze. If I really
Okay, so
am
the
in the Dark
problem
World,
is I
then
forgot
this
which way
should
to
be nearly
go, so
identical
I'm
to
going
the
to cut
Hall
this
of
whole
Mirrors.
section out.
It's true. I have returned to the Dark World. The sun never shines here. I can't tell if it is day or night.
Didn't we make this determination when we went through the mirror and gunned down the Dark Worlder? So much to see, but nothing to talk about. Poor Mike. Must be a sad life. Oh! Ah, and here's the Pillar of Death.
Oh my God! That's Rita's head. It's happening all over again. The ancients have returned.
Gives her a kiss.
That's the ancient spaceship. It's drawing its psychic energy from this power generator.
I recognize that despite the fact that it looks nothing like the spaceship from the first game. Ah, darn. Can't interact with Rita's head. Poor Mike.
This cable almost seems alive. It reminds me of the cables
Wait,
I saw
there was a
last year in
cable
the
in the
ancient
first
power
game?
nexus.
Hey Mike, can you describe what it's like to touch a woman?
Eey, slimy like a snake. Repulsive.
Alright, let's check out what's down this road. Whoa!
The cable runs from the power generator to the inside of that structure.
You know what one of my favorite Cards Against Humanity cards is? 50,000 volts straight to the nips. No reason I'm asking or anything.
This place reminds me of the hatchery from my first visit to the Dark World. Only this incubator is much bigger.
And there's only one. I have a hankering to go to a carnival for some reason.
What a monstrous fetus! And it's looking right at me.
Are you my new mommy? Not a lot to interact with in the
What a
fetal shrimp's
monstrous
room either.
fetus! I can't open it. It's hermetically sealed.
It's like there's an anvil on top of it. Hey there, Rita. I hope I'm not getting ahead of myself. Want to come back to my room later?
What is this thing? I can't tell if it is an electric motor or a shooting gallery.
Why would you compare it to the shooting gallery? Aside from the fact that it matches up to the shooting gallery in the light world, it's still dumb.
This hole is darker than the bleakest night.
Mike's describing his love life again.
There's nothing inside.
Mike decides to hide inside until the murder charges are dropped.
There's an empty socket here. It looks like a jack for some vital component.
Well, Mike knows all about jacking it.
This looks like a power grid map. It kind of resembles the business district in my hometown.
It's hard to tell since it's more detailed than the maps I've seen.
There's nothing here that looks like a control mechanism.
Well, time to climb inside and see what I can do.
This device is definitely biomechanical, part living organism and part machine.
I know that based on my many years of biomechanical engineering.
This machine has an empty socket like the other one.
Well, I only know of one way to fill this socket. Zip.
There's nothing here that looks like a control mechanism. This machine has an empty socket like the other one. Can you speak?
I can, but I don't want to talk to you.
To be sorry. To be producing power infected with random magnetic fluxes. To be not able to stabilize magnetic emanations from power disk.
Thanks for the input, Squeaky Eye.
This power grid seems to correspond to the seedier sections of my own hometown.
Darkseedier, that is. Actually, I like that name better than Darkseed 2. Darkseed 3 could have been Darkseediest.
Hey, you
What a
missed,
hideous
pal.
mechanism. This perverted joining of man and machine has got to be stopped. This lit section resembles our civic center.
Yo, this civic center is lit.
Here's another empty slot. There's nothing here that looks like a control mechanism.
Alright, time to edit some more out since Mike is slow. Hey Reets, I'm still getting ready for later. I might even shower. He's as bored as most of the people in this game.
I don't like the look of those two guards. This must be some kind of prison.
You can tell with the giant zipper and all. I love how they have a gun between the two of them, though. I bet Minnie and Daisy wish they had that to scare Mike
Siamese twins were
away.
an odd pair, but these two are downright bizarre.
I thought Mike said they were hot. Make up your mind,
The Siamese
Dawson.
twins were an odd. Who are you?
We will not tell you which of us is ick and which is uck. Because one of us is ick and the other is uck. Or it could be the other way around. We're not telling.
And I don't really care. I'm not trying to be on a first-name basis with you
What is
freaks.
through that passageway?
A giant
It
one-eyed
could be the prison
anaconda.
compound. Then again, it could not.
Who is being held prisoner?
It could be the keeper of
Alright,
the
this is getting
scrolls.
old quick.
Then again, the prison could be empty.
I have a feeling they really have no idea. They're as bad as the keepers that keep losing everything.
Let me inside the prison.
I want to go in.
Only authorized Dark World personnel are allowed to enter. Leave the premises immediately!
I am a Dark World prison official. Let me in.
Shut up, Dawson.
Oh, a Dark Worlder, are you? I bet you don't even know if it's day or night.
Joke's on you. Mike doesn't even know where he is right now.
Day or night? But there's no sun in the Dark World.
But we have day and night just like anywhere else.
Die, you stupid moron.
Any Dark Worlder can tell the difference.
I am a Dark Worlder. Give me a chance to prove it.
Give me a chance.
We will let you pass if you prove to us that you are really a Dark Worlder. Tell us which of us is ick and which is uck, and tell us whether it's day or night.
Well, you can't say sick of this fuck without
You can ask
icking up.
questions, if you like. We like to be fair.
Which one of you is telling the truth?
Let the suffering continue.
I am. I am ick, and it is night. He is not. It is not. I am Ick, and it is daytime, and that's final.
Which one of you is Ick?
During the day, I claim to be Uck. I am really Ick. He's lying. I am Ick. I am Ick, and it is daytime.
So despite asking all these questions, Mike still can't figure out the
Is it
riddle at this
daytime?
point.
Of course, it's daytime. No, it is most definitely night.
I need to think about this some more.
Then leave. Don't come back until you can prove you're a dark worlder. Ugly organic.
Whoa, wait, hold on now. Way to be a fucking racist. Alright, sorry, I had to cut out some extra dialogue. I was curious if they did say anything enough to let you solve the riddle, plus I wanted to see the death scene. Hey reader, gonna pick up a few things for tonight. You are a white or red kind of gal. Oh well, I bet it'll all go right through you anyway. Whoa!
This must be the gate to the power center.
All that build up for this.
It looks like a tremendous amount of energy is flowing through these bars.
Not enough for a death scene though.
These must be the controls for the gate.
I'm basing that on the fact that it's the only other thing I can interact with here.
Data card not presented.
Stop
Access
jerking off the
denied.
console. That's not how they work. Not enough foreplay achieved. Whoa!
This cul-de-sac ends at a cross.
Okay, first,
Why are there symbols of
cul-de-sac?
death all around
Really?
this complex?
Second, since when is a cross a symbol of death?
A cross is supposed to give comfort, but I feel only despair.
The despair isn't because of the cross, though. It's because he's Mike Dawson. I'm not sure what the point of this area is, to be honest.
A dead end, in more ways than one.
I'm guessing he says this because it matches up to the location where Rita dies in the hypnosis session. Either way, it's weird. Check out the link in the description for more of my thoughts, though. I noticed I missed some dialogue back there. I'll show it off at the end of the video.
This hellhole looks like a twisted perversion of my hometown.
My map! No! Whoa!
This building looks like some kind of processing plant.
I'm not sure how to process that thought process. Let's check out door number 1.
What's that rancid stench?
Mike,
It
when was
smells
the
like
last time you
rotten meat.
showered? Awful lot of safety pin robots
This looks
here.
like a woman's head suspended from the ceiling. There's a button on the side.
To be sorry. To be not able to sing at this time. To be damaged by vermin.
To be damaged by someone dressed as the Fonz. Alright, sorry, I had to cut out a death scene I recorded.
To be sorry. To be not able to sing at this time.
I could have sworn I saw something looking at me.
And I had no privacy. Whoa.
This creature behind the bar seems friendly enough. He doesn't look like he's gonna eat me anyway.
Ew, no, you smell terrible. I'm sorry, what?
Those tubes look like they're filled with a sickening blend of blood and pus.
Honestly, sounds like a step up from the cherry ice cream soda, to be honest.
Just looking at this maggoty carcass makes me sick. No wonder nobody's eating here.
I'll take 2 to go, please.
What is this place?
Why, it's the food hall, of course. Everyone knows that. But we don't have much food now. The deliveries have stopped.
So you can't really get food here either. Mike must be starving at this point.
What is there to eat around here?
I still have some rations of liquefied entrails in my food dispensers. Very
Great.
filling.
I'll have some.
Sure is empty around here.
Ever since that jackass Jack broke
The
my
regulars
jukebox.
don't come around much anymore. Things have changed since the takeover. I get a few of the privileged workers every now and then, but that's about it.
Did someone take over the Dark World?
Yes, the invaders from space. Everyone calls them the Ancients.
They hate
They've
it.
taken over our world. They run everything from their spaceship, but we never see them. They use their minions to maintain control.
Who are the Ancients?
Horrible beings.
Horrible
with great
beings
mental
with silly
powers.
hats.
They've been systematically eliminating us. But I stopped living in fear a long time ago. I've resigned myself to death.
Well, better than talking to you anyway.
When did the Ancients first arrive?
More than a year ago. The first few months were very bloody. Half of our population was wiped out, and our government...
This has got to be the driest
Ancients
conversation
now
of the game
control
yet.
our judges and the Dreketh Guard.
Do the Ancients have total control over the Dark World?
Yes. Now we're a police state. And I'd steer clear of the Hall of Justice if I were you. The Dark Justices are not very friendly towards strangers, especially those who are organic instead of biomechanical.
Wow, what a bunch of racists.
Who are the minions?
Little yellow things that speak
The
gibberish.
troopers who enforce the Ancients' decrees, and the justices who administer them. We have no one to defend us any longer. The Keeper's dead.
The audio skipped. Should we fix it? Keep rolling.
What decrees
Okay,
did the
Director
Ancients
Rhyhorn.
impose?
A funny hat for every person, and death
Those not
for anyone who
chosen to be
disagrees.
killed must obey the Ancients' will. We no longer lead our own lives.
As you can see, I chose not to wear a hat, so my time is near.
Just what are the Keepers?
They're really
keepers
bad
were
at
our
keeping, I'll
government.
tell you that much.
Truth, light, and justice. It's all gone now.
So wait, what part of the government wanted to implant an alien embryo in Dawson's head?
What are privileged
Inquiring
workers?
minds would like to know.
You know, those who have chosen to work for the Ancients, they get special treatment.
What are these creatures I see peering out of the walls every now and then?
What creatures? There's nothing here. You must be crazy.
Them? They're electro-vermin, chewing on the power cables most likely.
Ah, so
They're
that's
just
where
about
Game
my
Freak got
only
its idea for
customers these
Pikachu.
days.
Anything unusual going on around here lately?
Unusual? Aside from being enslaved
That's
by
the
a
first hint
master
of
race
personality I've
alien
seen from this
beings?
guy.
Not much.
Is there anyone to lead a revolt?
There is now.
Everyone works for the Ancients now. I'm forced to turn over all my proceeds to them. We have to. We are killed if we don't. Of course, there was one old fool who tried to lead a revolt, but the Ancients locked him up next door.
Thanks for your time.
I guess
see
Mike
you
doesn't
around.
care to know more about that guy.
Perhaps. If I'm not scheduled to be fed to a life force leech first.
Sorry I got a little animated there. I'll tone it down a bit.
What's new, bartender?
Nothing. Still the same old misery and woe.
Ah, he's the Eeyore of Darkseed 2.
What is there to eat around here?
I still have some rations of liquefied entrails in my food.
Anything unusual?
No. The masses are still being sacrificed.
Alright, I guess he doesn't have much to say at all.
Thanks for your time. I'll see you.
Perhaps.
Do you mind if I take this delicacy with me?
Mike's about to scarf this down
Take
in one
it,
bite.
human. No one else is left to eat it but the vermin.
Ah, Mike has been upgraded to Vermin. Hey Mike, what do you think about Rita?
This might be some kind of meat, but it's slimy and rancid.
Well, if you say so. Alright, time to move on to the bar area.
My nose
Whoa!
is burning from ozone and other assorted fumes. It's making me feel lightheaded.
You better get out for some air, Mikey boy. I don't want the boogeyman coming for you.
This creature inside this canister is getting stimulated by the energy beams. I don't think I've ever seen anyone this deliriously happy.
Except for everyone with Rita.
Jeez, and I thought Melissa was a chain smoker. These must be the controls for the power door.
The power controls for the power door. Could you imagine another lame descriptor?
This sick creature has intravenous bottles plugged directly into his body.
Sure, we'll go with that.
Don't bother me, human. Can't you see I'm floating?
Can't you see I'm playing with myself?
Don't bother.
Keep away, you insect. I'm ventilating.
She would probably say that even if she wasn't ventilating.
Keep away, you insect.
Alright, let's leave. Actually, let me check for other things to interact with first.
Some kind of contraption made out of hypodermic needles.
Okay, let's leave for real this time. Onward to the Hall of Justice, or whatever it's
Something
called.
impressive and frightening about this building, but the architecture is spectacular. It must be a governmental center.
Mike, pick one feeling and stick to it. I'm curious about what's over here given you can walk here. And nothing. Go figure. Ooh, I almost got him off the walkway. This is so badly programmed.
This place looks strangely familiar. I've got it! It reminds me of the police station from my first visit to the Dark World. I better watch my step in here.
So I guess the order of the buildings is reversed here. Also, the cop looks more active than Sheriff Butler. Or maybe someone just gave him a push since he's on the clothesline. Let me make a quick save.
I still have the scars from my first encounter with the troopers of the Dreketh Guard. They're cold as steel and cruelly logical.
What scars? There were no altercations in the first game that I remember, besides the head rape.
The glow from this lantern gives me a clarity I haven't felt since I don't know when. Could this be the light of truth?
Poor Mikey boy seems like he's never been happy.
Excuse me, sir.
Do you know what we did to the last organic who asked to be excused? We gutted him and threw him into the maze. Just like we did to that keeper worm. Now go!
There was a keeper of the worms? Oh boy.
Hey, I need some questions answered.
I'm not scared of you. You can't even reach me from
By
there.
order of the ancients, there can be no questions answered without proper data card identification.
I am here to pick up some of the Keeper's effects.
Namely their collection of nudie magazines.
Not without proper authorization. That's her lantern over there, but it's going over to the Hall of Justice after we finish examining it. You'll have to go next door and take the matter up with one of the justices.
What's there to examine? Yep, it's a light.
I left my data card at home.
I left my card at home. Just let me take the light.
Didn't you read your manual, fool? Privileged workers are supposed to carry their data cards at all times. I suggest that you run home and get it before someone less charitable than me decides to vaporize
Please
you.
vaporize us. Damn it, Dawson. Go home and read your manual.
I noticed
More
that all
southern
the
in this
jail
video, I
cells-
guess.
Yes, all our political prisoners have been transferred to the power center. Now, get yourself to where you have to be.
Man, I absolutely love it when people name things with generic descriptors like power center or power door. Alright, let's go visit the morgue.
What's that odor?
You!
It smells like dirt, but it's very faint. It reminds me of when I helped to lower my father's casket into his grave.
What a random ass thing to say.
These dark worlders seem to enjoy their tortures.
Yes, tortures, like this picture of random shit with
Who
a
am I
tiny
to
baby
disturb
head on
these
top.
people in their blissful misery?
Wait, this isn't a painting? I guess it's like Doc Larson and all of his
These
lady
must be the
visitors.
controls for the power door.
Alright, last but not least. Wait, what's going on?
You, Minan, have been charged with conspiring in a rebellion against the ancients. How do you plead?
Forgot about that.
I am innocent, dispassionate one.
I plead that I'm sorry for making fun of your silly hat, sir.
In the interest of expediting matters, we shall enter a plea of guilty and issue a summary judgment. Because of your years of faithful service as a privileged worker, I shall be merciful. Instead of suffering public humiliation like the leader of your rebellion, you are hereby sentenced to death.
A public death.
Oh, thank you, dispassionate one. You are kind and just.
I'm glad Minon agrees with him as his head movement suggests. Any chance I could get a ride on the pole thingy?
I'll bet this cabinet is used to contain evidence. Not that the truth matters here much more than it does in the normal world.
Really makes you think.
Oh my god! They've crucified the Keeper of the Sword!
At least someone is keeping the keeper safe.
This justice looks like a clown to me.
I see someone has forgotten their funny hat.
How could you execute that poor creature just now? What kind of justice is that?
I can't believe my ears, questioning a justice's decision. That is tantamount to questioning the Ancients themselves. You are a loyal minion of the Ancients, aren't you?
Duh, don't I look like it?
I hate the Ancients and will do everything in my power to destroy them.
Well, why didn't you say so? There are many here in the Dark World who feel the same as you, and all of them are sentenced to death.
Cool, I guess I skipped the dialogue tree. Hey Mike, what do you think Rita's room smells
God,
like?
the stench in this room is horrible. Like a mountain of rotting meat.
Yeah, you're probably right.
This must be the body of the privileged worker that I saw sentenced to death.
Looks like he grew a couple of feet since I last saw him.
This must be the body
Hey Mike,
of the
why did Rita leave you?
I'm afraid to touch it.
Of course,
I'm afraid
of
to
course.
touch it. I'm afraid to touch it.
Okay, so I missed where the card dropped, and it took me a minute to find it.
The data card fell down here someplace.
This is the longest time to load yet. This is the weirdest thing we've done so
I
far.
got the data card back. Damn, I've got to get out of here.
You can tell Mikey Boy is serious because he attempted to use his big boy voice.
This corpse has been sapped of all its fluids.
This is one of the last lucky men to spend a night with Rita.
I'm afraid to touch it. That's a life force leech. I recognize it from my first trip into the Dark World.
Because we saw so many of them. I think there was at least one. It didn't
That's a
do
life
anything
form.
if I remember correctly, though. Whoa!
What happened? Where am I?
That's the sound effect you're going for?
A woman. She'd be beautiful if her flesh wasn't decayed.
Damn, Mike, you need to get out more.
Where am I?
You are in the underworld, Michael. The river of the dead.
Duh, obviously.
You know my name?
Yes, Michael. I've been expecting you.
Takes off her clothes.
What is the underworld?
It is that place where the beings of the Dark World come when their biomatter has expired. As the Keeper of the Souls, all those who die in the Dark World fall under my care.
She's the only keeper that's able to perform her job properly.
What happened to me?
You met with an unfortunate accident, Michael.
Yeah, less of
You
an
were
accident than intentionally dying, but sure.
Are you saying that I'm dead?
Legend has it that if you listen closely enough, you
Not
can hear the
exactly.
entire town of
You are
Crowley,
not
Texas
of this
cheering.
world and hence not easily destroyed here. You will leave this place.
Unless you die
Is your
again, then
destiny.
you're fucked.
Does that mean I'm immortal?
Hardly, Michael. You are still subject to the cold hand of death, but you are not easily killed. I foresee that you will again visit me in this place. One day you will stay permanently if you continue to be so careless.
What is my destiny?
Staying away from me.
You are destined to stand against the evil forces controlling the Dark World. You are charged with defeating the Ancients and saving your own world in the process. Some of the people of the Dark World will aid you.
I mean eat you. Some people from the Dark World may eat you.
Who will aid me?
You will meet them in the course of your journey.
Look,
They
you'll
will
have to
extend
figure
the
this
hand
out
of
on your own.
friendship to you.
I'm not the keeper
But
of the
they
strategy
will pay with
guide.
their lives, and their souls will be remanded to me. Attend!
I forgot about the toilet full of souls.
What in God's name was that?
I'm inclined to agree with Mike here. I don't understand the toilet at
The
all.
life fluids of the Keeper of the Light now flow in the River of the Dead. Her biomatter expired not long after she met you in the portal.
Look, she was coming right for me.
Why, you bloodthirsty monster! How could you do such a terrible thing?
Her blood is on your hands, Michael.
Was it? She was already
sacrificed
dying from being
herself so that
disemboweled.
you could fulfill
And then we
your
shot her down.
destiny and defeat the ancients. If you fail to do so, death will eventually reach out and pull you into its bloody depths.
Jeez, this place gives me the creeps.
And the heebie-jeebies.
You need not linger here, Michael. I have my work to attend to, and you have yours.
I don't know why you even stayed to chat.
How do I get out of this hellhole?
Climb the staircase. It leads back to the Dark World, near to where the ancients have erected their power generator.
Their phallic
Go
symbol spreads
and
fear
fulfill
throughout the
your
land.
destiny.
Another A+ for sound effects. I wonder how many times it took to get the dizzy motion down.
This metal card is encoded with data. I can't read it, but it looks important.
But I also think everything I can't read is important. Alright, I'm ignoring the power machine or whatever it's called to explore some more. Time to talk to the Dark Sheriff, and since everything is opposite here, I assume he reads more than titty magazines. Alright, time to show this fella my proper identification. Alright, I think I screwed it up, but at least he'll stop moving now.
Excuse me, sir.
Perhaps I didn't make myself...
Here's my data card, you tin-plated sadist. Now show some respect.
Well, I didn't realize it was the Queen I was talking to. My apologies, Your Majesty. I just didn't realize it was you. You look rather lovely today, but I didn't recognize you with the new mustache.
I don't see how that is any of the Dreketh Guard's business.
You're right, of course. I didn't mean to offend your organic sensibilities. Tell me, have you already made your offering today? Or do you prefer to do it at night?
I don't remember the last time I killed someone. Hey!
Yes, of course I already paid my offering.
Her name was Rita.
I prefer to make my offerings of blood to the ancients in the morning, too. It gets the day off to a good start. Wouldn't you agree? Well, you're obviously a loyal minion of the ancients. Please, do me the honor of watching over the Hall of Troopers for a while. I have a new batch of prisoners to torture.
And the award for dumbest name goes to the Hall of Troopers.
I feel a warm glow spreading through my body.
Yeah, I've got nothing for that.
For the first time, I really believe I can put a stop to the evil that's happening here. The light shining from this lantern makes things seem so clear.
Still have no idea what I should be doing,
This
though.
metal card is encoded with data.
Alright, time to visit the rest of the Dark World. Whoa! And here we are at Dark World Dawson's house. You can't get in right now, but I wanted to visit it at least
This door
once.
must weigh a ton. Is the thick metal for keeping people out, or keeping something in?
Darn. And I bet Dark World Mom is incredibly
This door
loving
must
and
weigh a
caring
ton.
too.
There's some kind of electronic lock on this door. There's some kind of electronic...
I hate that there's nothing to click on at these locations. Alright, let's check out the hardware store. Whoa! Hey Mike, let's pretend Darkseed 2 is a building. What would you have to say about it?
This building reminds me of some project I messed up in shop class. These must be the controls for the power door.
I don't know why I keep checking the door locks. They always say the same thing.
There's some kind of electronic lock on this door.
No shit.
Can't open it. There's some kind of electronic...
The creatures of the Dark World are laughing at us too. Alright, time to talk to whoever's in the Dark World hardware store.
This is either a Dark World armory, or I've wandered into a gun shop in Los Angeles.
Does Los Angeles have a lot of gun shops?
These look like weapons, but they're so bizarre that I'm not too sure. Some of them almost look alive.
Well, as we already established, if Mike doesn't understand them, they must be important.
This Dark Worlder looks like some kind of craftsman.
I imagine Dark World Paul Cooper is very charming and charismatic, and doesn't sound like a robot. Force field powered by farting
Weapons are
noises.
protected by a force field. Who are you?
I am the creator of the
I'm a
Cooper-O-Matic.
simple craftsman, skilled in the arts of binding metal with flesh. I build biomechanical appendages.
And lawn care supply.
What are biomechanical appendages?
Organic and mechanical weapons that connect with and into your body. They are controlled by your nervous system, just like a normal muscle.
Hey, can I get one of these biomechanical appendages from you?
I'm trying to impress a lady, if you know what I mean.
For a price. I trade and sell my work. Right now, I could use a triggering device.
Well, Mike's easily triggered. Can you use him?
Why can't you just build a triggering device?
Supplies of metal have been difficult to obtain since the ancients took over.
Just take the floors apart. They're made of
Everything
metal.
is being reserved for the power center. But if you can find me a metal triggering device, I'll build you a weapon.
Could I also interest you in a Cooper-O-Matic too?
What is
He
this
features
place?
my voice.
A weaponry and supply shop.
And irrigation
I
systems.
create powerful weapons used by the lackeys that serve our masters.
What are you working on now?
A better personality for the Cooper-O-Matic.
I am building a grenade-launching crossbow.
Get
A
the
special
fuck out
order
of here.
from the Dreketh Guard. Unfortunately, I don't have a trigger mechanism for it.
Weapons are in such high demand these days. Parts are hard to come by.
Sadly, this guy is as dry as Paul.
Who were your masters?
The shareholders.
The ancients. They force us to work for them or die. Those monsters. But at least I am able to practice my craft.
Are all the inhabitants of the Dark World enslaved?
Yes, and you can tell by the funny hats, like my toupee.
All of us still alive. Those few of us the ancients deemed valuable were spared and forced to work for them. Rather than kill us outright, they drain our life force slowly. Offerings, they call it.
How can the ancients be defeated?
Well, if we knew that, then we would have done it.
I don't see how. There was one brave soul, Goth was his name, who tried to organize a rebellion, but the ancients ordered me to build a power lock to confine him behind the recreation center.
Who are the lackeys?
We all are. Craftsmen like me, the Dreketh Guard, the justices, privileged workers. We are all under the ancients' rule, and we will remain so until we die.
Man, this is just as bad as talking to the Dark World Diner guy.
Well, this is all very interesting, but I must be leaving. I'm sure I'll be back.
I feel like he says that to Paul as well.
Do you think you have a choice?
Put some money down and I'll give you a second Cooper-O-Matic for free.
How is business these days?
Weapons orders are disturbingly high, but part shipments are disturbingly slow. You haven't come across a trigger mechanism in your travels, have you?
No.
I only looked
Looked
through
all
here,
over, but
though.
can't find anything that resembles a trigger mechanism.
Pity. You look like an off-worlder.
Wait, what's an off-worlder?
I thought perhaps you had access to alien weaponry.
What's new?
More orders, more death.
Well, this...
Do you think...
Alright, let's leave. Alright, I was going to call it a video after that last scene, but I remember mentioning that I was going to revisit this area. So the Xenomorph is apparently a portal to the underworld. Who knew? It's also apparently an ancestor to the ancients, maybe? It's cool that there's an alien Easter egg in both games, though. Okay, so I'm officially going to end the episode here. Join me next time as I try to figure out what time of day it is in Darkseed 2. As always, thank you for watching.